Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is E-Dizzle Senior from the 313, coming all the way on the East Coast from the 302. Anywho, episode 2 is going to be dealing with what I've been originally trying to deal is the topic of policing and the disparities dealing with African Americans while policing. The topic that I'm going to be experiencing or talking about will be WWB, Walking While Black. But anywho, oi, 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 oi. Anyway, just wanted to say that. Before I go to episode 2, I'm going to carry back to episode 1. A few comments, even had a phone call or two, but everything was basically the same. Basically, keep it up. It was hilarious. But then I forgot a couple things. You know, the people's elbow, the leg drop, the you can't see me, the frog splash, the 619, Herta Karada, and any other type of wrestling moves that basically I was talking about dealing with WWE, the old WCW, the old ECW, the old TNA. Now you have AEW, All Elite Wrestling. You have Impact Wrestling, which includes the TNA, Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling. You have Ring of Honor Wrestling, and you have New Japan Wrestling. So I mentioned that on the last one. Also, the topic at hand, again, didn't want to be specific with names, but I think I got my point across. So, for the person that gave me the nickname, my boy who was a fellow U.S. Air Force retiree down there in Florida, thank God that you told me that your surgery, the surgery they performed on you, was successful. D. Harris. So basically, thank God I was praying for you, so everything is good. And for my former troop, he said he loved it, so he was good with it. It was facts. I didn't break it down all the way because I don't know what the decision that my former troop is going to make, so I'm going to leave that to be for a later time. Anywho, episode 2. WWB, Walking While Black. If you don't know, most of Texas about 2+ weeks ago was in a freeze. So there's a African American male, 18 years old, high school senior, down there in the middle of Texas, minding his own business, walking home from work, doing a late shift at Walmart. So couple cops come by trying to do a morale check. And again, I know currently I'm human resources, but in a former life of mine, I was a law enforcement troop. So morale check is BS. Morale checks is usually done at home. You don't do a morale check out in the street unless you are looking to put somebody in jail. So for the male and female officer down there in the middle of Texas, Plano or whatever it is, somewhere down there in central Texas, not too far from San Antonio. Well, you know what? How would you feel if African American male or even African American female, it's African American period, But how would you feel if you are just minding your business? You are walking home. It's snowing ice on the sidewalk, so you can't walk on the sidewalk. So the safest part to walk will be on the street. And you about minutes away from your house, and the cops ask a question about this is a morale check and if you're okay, and the person answered, I'm okay. But they still harass because he's a huge African American male, 18 years old. And I'm assuming they were threatened. Or somebody called and they said, oh, I seen a large African American black male walking without a jacket or coat on, but he was feet away from his house. The perplexing thing to me is, it's just perplexing. It's utter foolishness. But before I finish everything, I'm going to mention it now and I'm going to mention it at the end. Please, if you like the content, subscribe and then hit the like button so that more elucidating content will come and you will be the first in the know to look at my videos. All right, let's go on to the rest of the story. So when the individual stated that his house is just right over there, yonder. He didn't say yonder, I put yonder. That's an homage of my grandfather, who passed away beginning of January, almost 103 years old. So he is yonder. He is very, very close to his house. But the cops still arrest him and put him in jail overnight. What should the family do? I know they had a press conference a few days ago and the mother is upset. And I don't blame her for being upset. I'll be upset too. Hell, I have a 15-year-old African American boy here in the state of Delaware. So, what can I actually say before ending this to see if it makes any sense? Aha! I think I have an idea. Again, my first career in the United States Air Force before retirement was law enforcement security. But before I went to my first duty station at White Man Air Force Base in Missouri, or Missouri, at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland Air Force Base, Texas campus, where you have basic training, but they also have the security police, well, it used to be police, but security forces academy. And way back yonder, 91, early 91, they trained not only folks that's in the military, all branches that deal with either security police or security forces and military police with different branches. There was also training with different civilian and international police agencies that wanted to learn how to properly become a law enforcement and security troop. So, my suggestion is for the family to do what they have to do, because that is harassment. Walking while black should not be a crime, like driving while black, talking while black, Oh, what the hell? Just being black, period. Should I, as a 50-year-old male, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, should I be feared? I'm only 5'7" and 162.5 pounds now. I mean, but still, should I be feared by Caucasian folks if I'm minding my business walking in my neighborhood or walking in the mall or just me being me? So if I was the family of the incident that happened a couple weeks ago down in the central part of Texas, I think the family, the mother mentioned that, hey, I moved to this area to raise a child in a better way of life in a better area, and because this person what's 6'2", 6'3", what 225, 230 pounds, that these two cops thought they had the right to just handcuff the dude and put him in the car and take him to jail when he was feet away from his house. I'm going to always say this. If someone can explain to me like I'm a 2-year-old, just explain to me. And then once again, this right here is coming straight impromptu, straight from the dome. So please bear with me. But anywho, to complete and finish up this, it's sad. It is real, real sad that racist individuals wearing uniforms are allowed to protect and serve. What are you protecting and serving? You're protecting and serving the racist cause of foolishness. And if they see it, what they gonna do? I got this right here. This right here will back me up. So, I mean, it's on the news. You know, administrative leave with pay, that is not enough. Firing them is not enough. Embarrassing them is not enough. Maybe they should spend nights in jail for just being stupid. Yeah, I said it. White folks in a position of power is mad because in today, black and brown folks are going to be the majority minority and going to make the white folks, the Caucasian folks, the minority. And that's going to happen real quick. Let's say in less than 4 years. In 2025, the black and brown community will overtake the Caucasian community, and that's basically nothing that anybody can do about it. So either they can still become racist, still want to be racist, still want to deal with foolishness, or maybe they'll smarten up and just try to figure out if Black lives matter, that means all lives matter. Again, they holler blue lives matter. Not saying blue lives don't matter, but if black lives don't matter, no one gives a shit about blue lives. I don't. I really don't. Or I can tell you about my experiences of being accosted, not handcuffed, but dealing with racist cops and this, that, and the other. But that's going to be another broadcast. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days. But to end everything and tie all this in, because I didn't do A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. It just, again, impromptu. Came from the dome. Think about it, people. Is walking while black a crime? If walking while black is a crime, let me know. Because that's the case, then for me, over 50 years, I committed a crime just by being here, breathing the air on this earth, and just being black. So, what you think? The human beings of planet EARF on planet Earth. What do you think? Please, once again, if you want to provide me with comments to what I have spoke about, if you agree, disagree, you like, you don't like, you hate, whatever, any type of suggestions, scenarios, anything you want to present, anything, any ideas you want to provide to me via comments, I will look at it and I will do my best to talk about it. I will definitely do my best. But anywho, I just think that that was utterly foolishness. I think the family should sue the hell out these individuals. And because Texas is a deep red state, so what? Rules are rules. Laws are laws. And the officers got to follow the laws just like us regular citizens. I do have a unique perspective being a black man first and was in the military, but was also law enforcement security afterwards. So I do have a unique perspective about black lives and blue lives and mixing everything up at the same time, wearing a doggone uniform. So, what do you think? Is there anything that you would suggest the family to do? Please, if that's the case, tag that along as far as the comments is concerned. Any suggestions, anything will be welcome. So, I made this a little shorter, so I'm going to end it like this. For my people in the 313, what up, though? Wait. But what up, though? Again. And one more again, if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, please hit the subscribe. And go up top and click on all. And you'll get all contents. So, as that said, thank you again. Thank you for being patient. And thank you for your understanding. This is a brother from another mother. And from the 313, all I want to say is, be easy. I'm out. God bless. And have a good night.